Hi children. Making Life Worthwhile by George Eliot. The poet Mary Ann Evans, who lived from 1819 to 1880, was popularly known by her name George Eliot. Pen name means a name used by a writer, poet instead of his original name. She was an English novelist, poet, journalist, translator, and one of the leading writers of the Victorian era. She wrote 7 novels. So, children, do you know who is a novelist? One who writes novels. A poet, one who writes poem. A journalist, a person who writes for newspapers, magazines, journals, etc. is called a journalist. Then, who is a translator? One who translates from one language to another. So thus George Eliot was a popular writer in English. She has written this beautiful poem wherein she motivates us to make use of our life in a purposeful way, that is worth living. Worthwhile means valuable. So let us make our life worthwhile. That's what the poet says. Now let us read the poem. Making life worthwhile. Every soul that touches yours, be it the slightest contact, get there from some good, some little grace, one kindly thought, one aspiration yet unfelt, one bit of courage for the darkening sky, one gleam of faith to brave the thickening ills of life, one glimpse of brighter skies to make this life worthwhile, and heaven a surer heritage. George Eliot. Now for the explanation, first 3 lines. Every soul that touches yours, be it the slightest contact, get there from some good. The poet says we should learn the good from every soul that touches our heart. The poet says we should learn good things from every soul. That means we come across we come across in our life, whom we meet in our life, like friends, parents, brothers or sisters or anybody. Each and every person has something to teach you. We should learn the good from them. We should see all the positive qualities in them and try to adapt it. That means we have to try to follow like that or become like that. So children, we should understand that even a small meeting with someone strange will teach us or give us a new idea or a new lesson to learn. We should always try and learn good things from others. Some little grace, one kindly thought, one aspiration yet unfelt. So here, grace means charm. We would also learn some elegance, charm from them. That is the people whom we meet. When we see people, we admire them. We would have got a kind thought, a hope, or an ambition from their actions. Their actions would have given us a hope for us to achieve our ambition and make us inspired to live like them. So our desires yet unfelt in us will be felt and will help us to achieve, and we will get the interest and we want to become like them. It will surely give us desire or wish to achieve. We would have admired great people like Dr. Abdul Kalam, who was a real source of inspiration. His charm and elegance, everybody would like to become like him, isn't it? So, such people are a great inspiration to the society, to everyone. So, children, we should learn good things from such great personalities whom we come across in our life. One bit of courage for the darkening sky. These thoughts, that is, we should get some courage. That means courage means bravery. It will help us think bravely and make sure that we can achieve everything courageously. That means with bravery, that is using our boldness. These thoughts will motivate us to live like the great personalities we have come across in our life. When we see the darkening sky before the rain, we feel a bit frightened or sad But when the dark sky opens up and starts to shower the raindrops, we feel bright and happy. Same thing happens in our life. When something sad or bad happens, we feel like the darkening sky. But once we understand and with courage come out of it and face it bravely, we feel happy and bright like the clear sky after the rains. Thus, the poet wants to emphasize into our lives and make us believe in ourselves. The poet makes us understand that we should first believe in ourselves, which is very important. Children, let us believe in ourselves first. Next, moving on to the next line. One gleam of faith to brave the thickening ills of life. So, gleam means shine brightly. Thickening ills means difficulties. So the poet says that we need faith and courage to face the thickening ills of life, that is to shine brightly and come out of the obstacles we face in our life. We should have faith in our life. Then only we can shine brightly and make our life a happier place to live in. So the poet wants us to understand that worrying uselessly will never give a solution. We should always shine brightly and come out of all the obstacles. One glimpse of brighter skies to make this life worthwhile and heaven a surer heritage. Here, glimpse means a glance, a look. Worthwhile means valuable. Heritage means inheritance. So, some property when we inherit, okay, like that. The poet here wants us to understand that a positive glance at our life will make our life more valuable. A positive word will make it more bright. We should avoid seeing the darkening side of our life and rather see the positive side of our life. This will help us to get a worthful life. Children, at least when we get inspired from someone who comes like a bright sky into our lives and teaches us how to remove the darkness from our life, it will make our life worthwhile. We will understand how to become a better person and thus make heaven a surer heritage. Here, heritage means inheritance. So the poet says, if we understand the precious gift given to us by God, that is the most valuable thing in life, and how it is very important to make it worthwhile means how good you make your life. How good you make your life and how you see the brighter side of your life will change your thoughts, and you will become a better person and your life will become happier. So we will understand that there are people with lots of sufferings and we are really gifted than them. We will surely start seeing the positive side of our life. Thus, through our deeds and positivity, we will start appreciating and do good for others. When we do good, automatically we go to heaven, the home of God as it is believed, and will stay happy and worthy, and we will be a better person. We will make heaven our inherited property, says the poet. That means it will become our property. We will surely go to heaven when we do good deeds in our life, because God wants us to always do good. Thus, the poet stresses the importance of the precious gift called life, given to us by God, and how to make it worthwhile. So, children, try to make your life worthwhile and happy.